Hiya, Miss Blackmore here. Right, your children this term, our theme has been Head in the Clouds. And we have been learning about Jack and the Beanstalk. We've been learning about the autumn. And at the moment, we've started a book and it's called Whatever Next, Beth Nesaf. And the children have thoroughly enjoyed this book so far. It's about a teddy that flies to the moon and has a picnic on the moon with his friend the owl. So let's start with Jack and the Beanstalk. I remember the children thoroughly enjoying, we were counting the beans, adding them in our building area outside. They were able to build blocks and see who could build the tallest beanstalk. We all had a competition to see who was the highest, who was the tallest. During our language sessions, the children then were able to describe the beanstalk. They either had the choice of describing the beanstalk or the magic beans. And they wrote a list then of words, describing words to describe what they chose. They really enjoyed that. Next then we had was the autumn. This was quite fun because Miss Porter and I, Miss Hodges and Miss Stevens were able to buy pumpkins, and the children then were able to experiment with the pumpkins. They were able to carve with the knives and with hammers we hammered golf tees into the pumpkins. They were able to get inside the pumpkin to feel what it's like, how slimy it is, to smell it. They thoroughly enjoyed it, as I'm sure you can imagine. This then led on to our language task, and during this language task they were then able to describe the pumpkin. So they come up with hard, big, orange, slimy, smelly, things like that. They thoroughly enjoyed. They then, during our maths lessons, they were able to sort colours, because obviously the trees are turning colour. So they were able to sort colours of the red leaves, yellow leaves, brown leaves, and so on. We also took part in an activity, which is an ICT activity, which was on the white interactive board. And they were able to sort the leaves this way as well and play a game that way. During now our next theme, which is Whatever's Next, Beth Nesaf. This is where the teddy is flying up to the moon and having a picnic. So this week the children will be writing a list in language to say what the teddy will be eating in his picnic with his friend the owl. In maths we're learning all about our shapes. At the moment they've been using their scissors. We've had this one activity where there's been like a long strip with shapes, and they've been able to cut out, if I said, right, cut out a circle, they've been able to cut out a circle. Next, cut out a square. They've been able to cut out a square. So not only they've got their skills with the mathematical skills with shapes, they're also using their scissor skills as well. This week we'll be using the Bee-Bot, which is like a little robot where they have to manually put in instructions for the Bee-Bot to where to go. So I've got this mat, and on the mat there's different shapes, 2D shapes, circle, square, rectangle and triangle. And the children will then put instructions into the Bee-Bot to see if they can go to the square or to the circle. And we'll see what that entails. I want to thank you everyone, and to parents and to your families. This time at the moment is very hard for all of us, and your children have come into class and they've settled in extremely well considering the circumstances. They've made really good friendships, and I think made stronger friendships. They've been absolutely great. Their behaviour has been fantastic from what I can see so far. So anything that you want to ask me when I phone you for Parents' Evening, any questions you have, any concerns, hopefully I'll be able to answer them on the phone. Okay, thank you. Hwyl fawr.